Hi, I'm from Group 4. Me and my friends are going to explain about Chapter 3, Elasticity. This is one of the chapter in this subject. Before we start, I'm going to introduce to you guys my group members. Hi, I'm SYAHIRAH.
Hi, I'm NABILA.
Hi, I'm SYAFIQAH.
Hi, I am FATIN.
What is elasticity? Elasticity is a rate of change of the quantity demanded or quantity supplied due to change in a variable. It allows us to analyze supply and demand with greater precision.
There are two types of elasticity. First, elasticity of demand. Second, elasticity of supply. For elasticity of demand, there are three types: price, income, and cross-elasticity of demand. For elasticity of supply, we will learn about price elasticity of supply.
Price elasticity of demand. Definition: to measure the responsiveness of quantity demand due to change in its own price. Formula to calculate price elasticity is percentage of change in quantity demand divided percentage of change in price, or Q1 minus Q0 divided Q0 times PO divided P1 minus PO, where Q1 new quantity, Q0 original quantity, P1 new price, PO original price. Degree of price elasticity. There are 5 degrees elasticity of demand. First, perfectly inelastic. No matter how the price changes, the quantity demand constant. Example, medicine and drug. Elasticity value is equal to 0. Demand is perfectly inelastic. When the price changes, consumer will still buy goods or services like usual. As you can see, the demand curve is perfectly vertical. Next, inelastic. A change price of goods causes smaller percentage change in quantity demand. For example, petrol. The elasticity value is smaller than 1. Demand is inelastic when the percentage change price is greater than percentage change quantity demand. Next, unitary elastic. A change in the price of goods equals change in quantity demand. The elasticity value is equal to 1. Demand is unitary elastic when the percentage change quantity demand is equal percentage change of price. Next, elastic. A change price of goods causes bigger percentage change in quantity demand. For example, chocolate bar. The elasticity value is greater than 1. Demand is elastic when the percentage change quantity demand is greater than percentage change price. Lastly, perfectly elastic. The change in the price changes the quantity demand by an infinite value. The elasticity value is infinity. Demand is perfectly elastic when the firm increases price by 1% only, all quantity demand change, also known as oversensitive. As you can see, the demand curve is perfectly horizontal. Next, determinant of price elasticity of demand. First, availability of substitute. A group with more substitutes will have a higher elasticity. When price increases, consumer can change good to another good. When there are no substitutes, the demand is usually inelastic. Next, nature of good. Necessity versus luxuries. Demand for essential goods is inelastic. For example, consumers still have to buy rice even when the price is increased. demand for luxurious goods is more elastic. Even the change of price is small, there is a large change in quantity demand. Example, luxury food and branded accessories. Next, consumers' habits. Consumers who are habituated to consuming a particular good, such as cigarettes or coffee, the demand for the good will be inelastic because it becomes an essential item to them. Next, joint demand. For complementary goods, the elasticity is linked in a similar way. For example, if gas is elastic, then petrol is elastic. If brake is inelastic, then jam is inelastic. Next, time frame. In short term, demand is inelastic because the goods have limited substitute and it takes time for consumers to respond its price change. In long term, demand is elastic because more substitutes can be found and consumers will gain more knowledge about the market situation. Lastly, level of income. Consumers with higher income is inelastic demand because being richer, they are less sensitive toward price change. However, consumers with lower income is elastic demand because they are more sensitive toward price change as it will affect their budget extremely. Lastly, these are the relationships between price, elasticity of demand, and total revenue.
Income elasticity of demand. The definition of income elasticity of demand is to measure the responsiveness or sensitivity of changes in the quantity demanded for a product due to a change in income. To get the value of income elasticity of demand, you need to divide the percentage change in quantity demanded to percentage change in income. Or you can use this second formula to get the value of income elasticity of demand. To remember this formula, you can use this method, Kikoko, Yo Yi Yo. The degree of income elasticity of demand. There are four. First, negative income elasticity. Second, zero income elasticity. The third one, inelastic income elasticity. And the last one is elastic income elasticity. If the value of income elasticity is less than 0, it is negative income elasticity. The type of goods is given or inferior goods such as used car or low-grade potatoes. When consumers' income decrease, quantity demanded will increase and vice versa. The consumer will reduce the purchase of inferior goods and switch to better quality goods when income rises. If the value of income elasticity is equal to 0, it is zero income elasticity. The type of goods is necessity goods such as rice and vegetables. If the consumer's income increase or decrease, the quantity demanded will remain unchanged. It means no matter how the income changes, it will have no impact on the quantity demanded. If the value of income elasticity is between 0 and 1, it is elastic income elasticity. The type of goods is normal goods, such as food and clothing. An increase in income will lead to an increase in the quantity demanded, but the increase in demand is less than the increase in income. When the value of income elasticity is greater than 1, it is elastic income elasticity. The type of goods is luxury goods such as antique furniture and diamonds. An increase in income will lead to an increase in quantity demanded, but the increase in the quantity demand is more than the increase in income.
Cross elasticity of demand. About this topic, I will explain in the four things. First, the definitions. Second, the reasons why we must know about the cross elasticity of demand. Third, formula, and fourth, degree. What the definitions of cross elasticity of demand? The definition is to measure the responsiveness of quantity demand to change in the price of a related product. The related products is complementary goods and the substitute goods. Okay, for this is the example for complementary goods is this car and petrol. The second is cooking oil, the same product but the different brand. Next, about the reasons why we must know about the cross elasticity of demand. Okay, because to identify the relationship between good A and good B, given that there is a change in the price of good B. The relationship have a three: first the complement, second the substitute, and third not related. Okay, for the complements, for example, TV and remotes. Substitute close the same product but the different brands. For example, for the red one, Uniqlo, and the pink one, INN. Okay, not related. Example, battery and water. Okay, the formula. I will explain about the formula. Okay, first, the formula is the percentage change in quantity demand of good A over percentage change in price of good B. Or, for the specific formula, QA1 is mean new quantity of product A minus QAO is original quantity of product A divided by original quantity of product A. Okay, for the quantity we will use the info of product A multiply price BO is mean new price of product B divided by PB1 new price of product B minus PBO original price of product B. And for the price we will use info of the product B. Okay, in this product we will use info of two product. First product A and second product B, because we want to know the relationship between both product. Okay, now I will explain about the degree of cross elasticity of demand. Okay, degree have three. First, negative cross elasticity. Okay, negative cross elasticity, how can we know? From the number of cross elasticity. Cross elasticity must be less than 0 and or negative amount. So it will be negative cross elasticity, and the relationship between product B and product A is complementary goods. For example, car and petrol. Second, zero cross elasticity. Okay, zero cross elasticity we can know from the amount of cross elasticity equal 0. So when we calculate, use the formula and we get the answer is 0. It means the relationship between goods A and goods B is independent goods. The last one, positive cross elasticity. Okay, the cross elasticity must be more than 0. It means positive answer, and the relationship between product A and product B for the positive cross elasticity is the substitute good. Okay, look at the graph. Okay, price. We assume price is for product B and quantity for the product A. So if product B is if the price of product B increase, the quantity of product A will decrease because this is the complementary goods. So, for the zero cross elasticity, the cross elasticity, if the price of product B increase, the quantity of product A no response toward the change of price product B. So, because the relationship between the goods is independent goods. So, in the last one, positive cross elasticity. Okay, price of product B will increase and the quantity of product A will increase too, because the relationship between B and A is substitute goods. So, both of the product will increase.
Next is elasticity of supply. Price elasticity of supply, or ES. The definition is to measure the responsiveness of quantity supplied to change in its own price. The measurement formula that we use in this topic is percentage change in quantity supply divided to percentage change in supply, or we call Ki Coco multiply with Po Pipo, whereas Ki is equal to new quantity supply, Co is original quantity supply, P new price of product, and Po original price of product. Next is degree of price elasticity. There are 5 degree elasticity of supply with a diagram. First one is perfectly inelastic. ED is equal 0. No matter how the price change, the quantity supply is constant. For example, is medicine and drug. When the price change from P0 to P1, suppliers will sell good or service like usual. The next is inelastic. ED is less than 1 and more than 0. A change price of good causes smaller percentage change in quantity supply. For example, is petrol. The percentage change in price from P0 increases to P1 is larger than the percentage change in quantity supply from Q0 decreases to Q1. Next is unitary elastic. ED is equal 1. A change in the price of good equal change in quantity supply. QD is equal P. Change in quantity supply from Q0 to Q1 equal to change in price from P0 to P1. The number 4 is elastic. ED is more than 1. A change price of good causes bigger percentage change in quantity supply. For example, is chocolate bar. The percentage change in price from P1 increases to P2 is smaller than the percentage change in quantity supply from Q1 decreases to Q2. The last one is perfectly elastic. ED is equal infinity. The change in the price will change the quantity supply by an infinite value. At a certain price, the quantity demanded is infinite. If a firm increase price by 1%, all quantity supply change over sensitive. Next is determinants of elasticity of supply. There are 6 determinants. Number 1 is technology advancements. Modern methods of production expand output and thus the supply tends to be elastic. The number of outputs produced in a given period of time is lower when old methods of production are used. Then, the number 2 is time frame. Time is the most significant factor which affects the elasticity of supply. If the price of a commodity rises and the producers have enough time to make adjustment in the level of output, the elasticity of supply will be more elastic. If the time period is short and the supply cannot be expanded after a price increase, the supply is relatively inelastic. The third is availability factors of production. When factors of production such as land, labor and capital are available and can easily be moved from one occupation to another, supply tends to be more elastic. Number 4 is nature of the market. When products can be sold in different markets, supply becomes more elastic. This is because a price fall in one market can be a good thing for other market. For example, as a supply of coconuts, if the market price for coconut milk decrease, the supplier still can sell to the producer who produce coconut oil or sugar palm. The next is availability of inventory. Supply will be more elastic if inventories can be kept without loss of quality and at low cost, because the quantity supply can be added very quickly in the market, assuming that variable factors are readily available. For example, a firm of Fashion Valley that provides warehouses to keep items for making clothes without loss. The last one is perishable versus non-perishable. Perishable goods that cannot last long, so any change in price will not change supply by a lot. Therefore, the quantity supply is price inelastic for perishable goods, for example, fruits and flowers. Non-perishable goods that can last for a longer time, so any change in price will affect change supply by a lot. Thus, the quantity supply is price elastic for non-perishable goods, for example, houses and television.
That's all from us. Before we end the video, don't forget to click the like button and comment down below if you like this video. Thank you.